Today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021. Welcome into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Coming up, we look at the championship battle between Brandon Sheppard and Chris Madden that basically never was, and talk about an unfortunate situation for JJ Hickle and the ASCS. Before we get going, if you'd like a free and easy way to support what I'm doing, you can subscribe and follow the show and leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you watch or listen. That will ensure you don't miss future episodes, and it will also help others find the show as well. You can also follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and DIRTRACKR.com is home to a bunch of cool dirt racing content, including analytics, updated news, and a whole lot more. Now, let's do this. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series is entering their final stretch of the 2021 season this weekend with shows at Cherokee and Sonoya before they head to World Finals to close out the season in early November. With just the 4 features left, the gap in the standings between championship leader Brandon Sheppard and second place Chris Madden has ballooned to 180 points. As long as the Rocket House car shows up to the final races, this championship battle is effectively over. A win is worth 150 points, with any car that shows up getting 90 points, so Madden can really only gain 60 points a night here. B-Shep could leave Cherokee on Friday night with the championship basically sewed up. It will be Sheppard's 4th career World of Outlaws championship and the 3rd in a row. Of the 4 he's won over the past 5 seasons, 2021, though, will certainly go down as the quietest so far. There were points in the season, especially in the spring, where things were very much in question, and even if he somehow wins the final 4 races, this will be the least amount of wins he's had with the Outlaws since joining full-time in 2017. He's displayed most of the consistency we've come to expect from that Mark Richards-owned team, but the utter domination just didn't happen this season. Back on May 5th, I did a daily episode about Chris Madden's prospects for the series championship in 2021, and back then, it was a real possibility that he could get it done. At the time, he was only 56 points back, and Sheppard hadn't yet won an official Outlaw race. He'd won a split field feature at Cherokee in March, but didn't get his first full field win until after I posted that show. That was on May 7th at Mississippi Thunder. I did that Madden episode following the Outlaws weekend at Boone Speedway, and that 3-day show was a turning point for Sheppard in 2021. Between Volusia and Boone, there were 15 features, including that split field race at Cherokee. Sheppard didn't have an official Outlaw win and had an average finish of 7.87. He also had 4 finishes outside the top 10. That's just not something you see from that Rocket team in Sheppard. That opening stretch was why I was talking about Madden's title chances. But following Boone, things turned around quickly for Sheppard, and since then, they've put the throttle down and drove away with the championship. Since Boone, we've had 30 race nights, and over that span, Sheppard has 8 wins and an average finish of 3.53. He's also only had 1 finish outside the top 10, of 14th at Port Royal on May 22nd. Over that same 30-race stretch following Boone, Madden has been very solid, but he had some stumbles, including 3 finishes outside the top 10, and he hasn't won an Outlaw race since Port Royal on May 22nd. He won 3 straight between Mississippi Thunder and Port Royal, and since then, his best result is 2nd, which has happened 6 times. While Sheppard was averaging a little more than a 3rd-place finish over these last 30 races, Madden was averaging an almost 6th-place finish. So again, certainly not bad, but not what he needed to seriously challenge Sheppard for the title. And behind the top 2, some guys we thought could be challengers like Ricky Weiss and Cade Dillard just could never get started this year. Cade Dillard isn't even a full-time Outlaw anymore. It's a little crazy to think that in the spring and into the early summer, we had wide open championship battles with both the Outlaws and Lucas, but coming to the end here, one driver has pulled away and will coast to the end. Sheppard with the Outlaws and Tim McCready with Lucas. And just to give you one final stat about how consistent the Rocket team has been down the stretch here, Sheppard currently has the longest top 10 streak in the country at 26 races. The next closest driver with a national touring series is James McFadden, who has 18 straight with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. Sheppard hasn't finished outside the top 10 in an Outlaw race since May. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series races Friday night at Cherokee Speedway in South Carolina for $10,000 to win, and then Saturday night at Sonoya Raceway in Georgia also for $10,000 to win. We'll have more of a bit of a weekend preview on tomorrow's show. I mentioned on the show yesterday that the Short Track Nationals at I-30 Speedway for the ASCS National Tour that were originally scheduled for this weekend had been postponed to October 21st through the 23rd because of a poor forecast. We've been keeping an eye on the ASCS down the stretch here because the points battle has been tight with Blake Hahn out front and both Matt Covington and JJ Hickle being in contention. But unfortunately, it looks like there's a very good chance we won't see this battle play out to the finish. The Short Track Nationals were rescheduled to the same weekend as the big 360 sprint car race out in California at the Tulare Thunderbolt, the Trophy Cup. And JJ Hickle's team Facebook page posted that they could miss the Short Track Nationals because of prior commitments to run the Trophy Cup. Hickle will still run the October 15th and 16th races at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Texas, but from there, the team will most likely head to California and not to Arkansas. Hickle is currently 60 points behind Hahn for the championship lead, and entering the final two nights at I-30, that margin could potentially be much smaller. It could also be much bigger here also. It's unfortunate, though, because Hickle has been very impressive this season in his rookie run with the ASCS, picking up 4 wins, 22 top 5s, and 29 top 10s in 35 features. When you talk about young sprint car talent around the country, Hickle's name is definitely one of those high on the list. We'll have to see how this plays out over the next several weeks, but circumstances and Mother Nature may have just handed Blake Hahn his first ever ASCS championship. Quick note, thanks to Sean Heath for the tip about the JJ Hickle Facebook post. The only thing on the streaming schedule today is Flow Racing 24/7. Again, very quiet this week around the streaming services. Things pick up much more tomorrow, much busier tomorrow for Friday and into the weekend. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Thursday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.